Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Regadon. Let's stroke Sirocco. And then check in with our pals.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Yeah, super stimulating. See ya.
Greetings.
Even in stillness, Sister Argenta radiates energy. With the dark eyes shining and a slight blush to her cheeks, she is reciting a prayer, and looks at you only once she has spoken the final line. I want to talk to you about what you learned during the assault on Euphrates II.
Of course. Do you remember the first days of the attack? When we captured one of the heretic commanders? He burned so brightly you could have seen him from anywhere on the battlefield, I'm sure. But what is most important is what he told us before his execution.
Argenta heaves an agitated sigh.
The heretic was one of Conrad Voigtvir's closest henchmen, and he revealed, screaming through the pain, what I had wanted to know for so long. The markers of the route to Salus Prime. The world my heart calls to. The heretics of the Final Dawn tried all they could to stop us, but they failed.
Alright. Now we play the waiting game.
Lord Captain? Lord...
To what do I owe this visit?
I don't know if that's new or not. The majestic statue glowers sternly over the bridge, unceasingly watching the servants of the God Emperor toil for his glory. Alright, a self-calibrating helmet. The wearer's successful single attacks inflict stun on the target for 1 round. If the target fails a willpower resistance test with a -5 penalty. If the wearer attacks a stunned enemy, the nearest enemy becomes stunned as well. Double-barreled shotgun. The shotgun never misses. Pretty straightforward. A staff of gravity control. Enemies that begin their turn stunned or immobilized within the Psyker's line of sight suffer 14 damage. Navy Breacher Boots. When the wearer's area attack damages at least 2 enemies within a 2-cell radius from the wearer for the first time during the round, the wearer gains +2 AP, and this attack does not count toward their attack limit. The wearer then becomes immobilized until the start of their next turn. Alright, that was interesting. There we go. Alright, military adamantine void ship plating. Adamantine plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 9 points of damage on each side. It is a nice middle ground. Shame no one uses a shotgun in my party. And it's basically a free attack. Let's do that. He gets KO'd, he gets KO'd. He doesn't really need the extra defense. This will be really good on a different build. None of my current arch militants are built to use that. Not going to swap back to that either. Oh yeah, he doesn't need the strength because we're not going to give him power armor at this point. I could go back and respec him so he could use the power armor. I just don't want to go through 3 archetypes. Let's go level them up real quick. So an exemplar talent and a first or second tier archetype talent. Oh, okay. Forgot all about that. That seems pretty good. I think we'll do know it all. The character gains a % bonus to armor, armor penetration, dodge, dodge reduction, critical hit chance, and critical damage, and parry chance, and it scales with intelligence. And ballistics calculation. If the operative attacks a target affected by an exploit from a distance of so many cells or farther, that attack deals 15% damage. Sorry, plus 15% damage. And more AP. Contagion might be worth it. I don't remember what her abilities do. I wonder if this works with her regen. It's not the best talent to take, but it wouldn't hurt. Nothing really stands out to me. I guess, well, actually, Cataclysm would be good. So all damage dealt by the character is increased by 3% until the end of combat for every new enemy damaged by them this combat. She has that massive AoE, so she should be able to stack that up pretty quick. And this is her last Navigator power upgrade. Under my protection. Allies that are targeted by the Navigator's abilities gain +5 to all resistance tests against warp effects caused by demons, psychic powers, Navigator powers, etc. until the end of combat. The effect stacks with every applied Navigator ability. And plus 1 AP.
Ah, Shireen. Oh,
The only Saiyan knows.
Surprised Pascal has nothing to say about the tech priest that we found in Euphrates 2. Alright, checked in with Nomos. Alright. Let's head out. Gonna head towards the Cinerus Maleficum. After this. Argenta does not try to hide her excitement. Rogue Trader. At last we can speak. The victory in Euphrates 2 is invaluable in and of itself, but what great fruit it bore. I now know the way to Salus Prime, the planet where a great relic of the Imperium lies hidden. Are you prepared for this journey? My heart longs for battle, Rogue Trader. I have dreamt of a chance to kneel before the relic for so long, and it's right there, on that planet. And so are the heretics who dared to stop me from doing so the last time. Excellent. We'll set the course for Salus Prime as soon as we can. My gratitude is yours, Rogue Trader. Fantastic. But first, I have a rumor I want to check out. I looked into it before, but I don't think I ever found anything for it. And I think it's the only rumor that I have left that I'm not sure about. I know it's up here. What's the best way to get there? Possibly from Omicron. There's another path here. Not sure if it goes to Arcelio Prophecy or past it. Possibly down to Furibundus? I have no idea. Oh yeah, colony events. I'm so excited to do the colony events. I think we've only seen one repeat, if any. But again, once they start doing the same thing over and over again, I'll probably stop pursuing them. I think our colonies are in pretty good shape. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Shireen. I've been waiting for you. Hurry up. The water is hot, like the fire in a longing heart.
Jai's reclining in the bathtub with such an air of nonchalance that one would think you were the one intruding in her private bathroom. The bottle next to the bath gleams red in the glow of the candles. Join Jai.
Isn't it divine? Why didn't we do this sooner?
The water is scalding, but only at first. Heat drives the weariness from your body, and the worries and thoughts of yesterday from your head. Feel a touch under the water. Jai, smiling alluringly, puts a lock of hair around her finger. How about some Amasec?
Let us praise the Exalted One as we drink. He who sees into the depths of our hearts, and sends us that which we never thought to dream of, but which we need more than anything.
As she passes you the bottle, Jai's fingers close over yours. And how will this evening end?
This evening will never end, Shireen. Night, Amasec, water, and passion will be yours forever.
Jai sweeps her hand along the curve of her shoulder, sending a shower of hot droplets toward you. It seems you have dealt with the worries that were troubling you.
I have risen from the ashes of my past, Shireen. I thought a lot about who I used to be and who I've become, and I realized that Jai Hidari is more than just a name. It is the life I've dreamt of since I was a child, the life I've managed to carve out of the cosmos for myself. It used to be a mask, but now it is simply me, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. And it is thanks to you, Shireen. You did not cast me aside, and I have stopped asking myself if I am worthy of you. I am worthy, and I know it.
Her voice is calm and resolute, full of unshakable self-assurance, and at the same time, tremulous tenderness. It washes over you in a gentle caress. So who are you now? A princess? A crime baron? A deserter? She's gonna say all three.
I am your beloved. Today, that is enough for me. But tomorrow, we'll see.
Or not. Casting a pensive look at you, Jai responds without smiling.
Do you remember what you said in Kimura? That you didn't care where I came from because I would die with as much honor as anyone else. I think that was when I realized the power I had over my own life. And then you ordered Mercy to stop seeing me as a little girl who needed him. You might be the first person who's ever done that for me. Who hasn't tried to change me on the pretext of loving me. Who doesn't expect me to conform to the idea of me they've built in their head. And so I've thought about it. I've decided I can't trust you. It's very dangerous, trusting another person with yourself. But somehow I know you won't take advantage of my vulnerability.
Closing her eyes, she says something in a language you do not understand. The radiant smile comes to her lips. Okay. Reading that makes more sense. I was looking at this when she was talking. I'm like, why am I talking gibberish? What did you just say?
Chamesar Laikhar Hramka. It means I am yours. I vow, behold, exalted one. It is a vow people say over water on Ifrit when they meet their heart. They make the vows once in their lives, and it is forever. For what is reflected in the water surface is reflected in the eye of the exalted one.
Jai shyly looks away. Odd the option to say it went away. After she explained it. Say, oh wait, no, hold on. What do you think lies ahead for us?
On Ifrit, they say that if you want to know the future, you must turn your gaze to the past, for the Exalted One wove time in a loop. I heard a story, a wonderful story, about an adventurer and thief. She stole happiness from the universe, and alone she enjoyed the sweetness of that ripe fruit. But can anyone be happy alone? They cannot. And so the thief shared her trophy with a rogue trader whose beautiful face matched their beautiful heart.
Jai performs a whimsical flourish with her hands as if she is on stage.
And together they feasted on their stolen happiness. They built castles, they conquered worlds, they loved one another. Oh, how they loved one another. They burned and were reborn in that love. And then, I don't remember how the story ends. What ending awaited them, do you think?
A velvety voice lulls you into a trance. Jai smiles. They loved one another forever, till death and even beyond.
Ah, Shireen, that only happens in stories. But I suppose we are in one, aren't we?
Drops of water track down Jai's cheeks like tears. But they cannot be tears, for she is beaming at you. Beckon Jai with your finger. Come here. Flames kindle in her huge dark eyes, with the flames of bonfires roaring in the night, torches of a hunting cavalcade, the raging inferno of a Promethean fire. The flames draw close to you, their burning tongues latching onto you, pulling around your body. The name of this riotous blaze is Jai Haidari. Oh yeah, we probably have new trophies. We saw all of these. Did we see that one yet? The Blade of Jakari Xenos is one of the trophies taken from the bodies of the enemies during the defense of Dargonus. I've seen that one already. I can't look at that one. A piece of sacred machine that was once part of the massive manufactory complex of the Forge World Euphrates, too. Manufactory. So used to the setting saying Manufactorum, I didn't know what to do when they changed it up on me.
Ah, Shireen. Oh.
I didn't change my armor of my ship. I do think the new armor is, well, if you position well, our current armor is better. But I don't always position well, so we're gonna swap to this one. Your Lordship, esteemed Choir Master Zachary Weiss is reporting that the Astropaths have received a signal. It states the following. Archmechanicus Hermetico is calling the unit Pascal Hanuman. Directive visit. Priority ahead of the queue. Purpose discontinuing of the cycle. It is followed by a set of coordinates. According to my data, the Lost Sacred Vessel Hermetico is the flagship, headquarters, and last confirmed location of Archmagos Amernat. I hereby request permission to immediately embark on an expedition. Pascal, why are you being summoned to that ship? No data are available. No hypotheses are available. The justification is irrelevant. If the blessed Amernat summons me, I must comply with the directive. I chart the course to the transmitted coordinates. I'm coming, Mentor. But more importantly, we have... just Faustone and Dargonus. As soon as we leave this system, or get 2 systems away, it's going to call for us to come back to Yalva Gamma. Alright, so if we hop down to here, we can hop up to here. So 2 more jumps. But we've got a lot of updates, so I think we just... No, that wasn't a chapter ending. There was no end of chapter dialogue. Donald, how wonderful it is that I found you here, in my chambers. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you're released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. You made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. I came to deliver good tidings. I've spoken with the House's navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the descent in its midst, House Arcelio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urak 5, and the resolution of the conflict at the Dargonus reception. Not all Arcelios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you, and no one else, have had on the House's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze, and clasps her hands together. There's more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I am going mad. But you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphone or Celio, the house's previous novator. I've seen Tisiphone's experiments, the ones that involved the navigators from the Sethala branch, which she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story. One where the Sethalists helped Tisiphone create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No. I know I can find the way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphone's journey from my visions. A real palace, not the psychophysical illusion to which the Arcelio navigators can reach out. I've always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. I've been informed that House Arcelio will soon reconvene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now. Voices calling and cursing my name. The more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become, and the louder the voices grow, and the further my powers wane. I am certain that all the house is experiencing the same, for all of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Arcelio is doomed to perish in darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And that reason, I believe it is hidden somewhere in my visions of Tisiphone. Excuse me. What makes you so sure that you will find the way to this physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me on our travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind rolling warp storms. The Lord promised her great power, so Tisiphone gathered the Sethalis, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Sethalis sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Arcelio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Arcelio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Donald, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny. My destiny. Journey with me in Tisiphone's wake to the distant stars. And why, pray tell, did I go on this suicidal escapade to throne knows where? My house has nothing more to offer you, Donald. Cassia bows her head much lower than what the dignity of one of the Navis Nobilite would normally allow. Perhaps the Palace of the Atlas holds a reward that will surpass all our expectations. Perhaps we'll discover nothing more than the gray ash of disappointment. And yet, we have walked a long road together, side by side. I surrender myself to your son of a gun. Magnanimity for the last time. I can say it when I'm not trying to read it, I swear. I shall help you, Lady Cassia. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree, even to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origins. And I do not wish to see House Arcelio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No. I shall go after the answers about our past on my own. Then it is best that we go alone. Cassia's shoulders relax a little. Oh, I should have actually, I think going with the Regent would have been the better roleplay option. It's my character to respect the chain of command. Cassia's shoulders relax a little. Thank you for your understanding, Rogue Trader. And now permitting me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to the ruby eyes widen in astonishment. The Arcelio prophecy system. Odd that. Could it be that the historical recordings are lying? And Kaelin Arcelio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, That was the system from which Tisiphone embarked on her journey. We're going to follow in her long-forgotten footsteps. I have no idea where her quest is taking us. Can't think of anything lore-wise. And there's a couple hive mind type things in the setting. You have the Tyranid hive mind, and you have the Eldari Infinity Circuit. Well, so far so good. Alright, magnanimity. Told you I could say it. Just had to wait till I wasn't looking at the word. Alright, let's check all these things out. Good, every planet. I'm going to be thorough as I can be. There's an unforeseen event here. Alright, so we've seen this before. This was tied to the King of Distortion, or whatever that thing was called, that we failed to check with because we didn't have enough holy relics. Alright, good, some action. I am going to finish exploring these 3 systems before I wrap up the episode, so there might be a couple more fights. We have several companion quests to pursue now.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Pain and duty.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Yeah, this is my favorite of these random encounters. So I'm pretty excited about that.
The Emperor is on our side.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my
My
heart!
place is at the fore.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize. You jest, surely.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the
the Emperor's judgment.
Nice.
I am his will made manifest. Guided by faith. The Tempest. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Eradicated.
I'll do it. It's nothing.
I don't know how far I get to work, buddy.
So it shall be.
I messed up a little bit. That's alright. It's not gonna survive it anyway.
None can do
Gonna
this
fix his
better than the
talents
warrior
here.
of the All-Father. So it shall be. Wolves reign. I will carve runes out of your bones.
Nice.
Keep your wits about you.
It's a good arena for Ulfar. There's plenty of room for him to maneuver. His extra size isn't really a detriment. A mysterious object. Is this the Drukari turret area? Yeah, nothing there either. Now, I saw another system to the Galactic West. Maybe that's where we have to go. Have we been there before? I don't recognize the name. But there are a lot of systems, so it's possible I just forgot something. Let's check it out real quick. Hold on, let me check my quests. Okay, so that's for Argenta. I guess we do that next. We'll knock out my companion quest before we go back and speak to Calcazar. So, we do have some things to do. I didn't find, and this might be tied to it. I don't remember that Chartist vessel. Let's go check it out real quick. Yeah, we'll do the fight. They're fun.
hate every last one of you.
Stand your ground!
Who, if not me?
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Pathetically sound of it.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Doesn't matter where I put this stuff. We don't really need it.
Am I getting paid for this?
Now, this guy has 25 health, so I'm not too concerned about this fight.
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Nothing can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Well, that's a start.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, you're no fun.
Accept your
Oh.
lot.
I realized he could use... I guess it makes sense. But he can use an ability like move, move, move to give him a turn to use his heroic act on Ulfar.
So shut. Our foes reek of cowardice. None can. Die in disgrace! I don't like that.
Nice. And we can do this again.
They'll write legends about me.
I have fun, Heinrichs.
But of course, Lord Captain. Everyone, step aside.
I won't do that.
Oh, it's Daring Breach. It's not, why is that on there?
Naturally.
The first time that's messed me up.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. Let's see to it.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Yeah, plus I don't think that... I assume, I haven't tried it yet, but giving my crew the equipment to fight off invasions like that, or boardings, I think we lose that cargo permanently. And we still haven't maxed out a reputation with all of the factions, so... Don't want to risk that.
Too bad I never leave that unpaid.
I'll make it happen.
Smart move, man.
Victory is imminent.
Excellent choice.
The wolf is on the hunt. It will be done.
Oh, let's mix it up. We'll have Ofar do some killing this time instead of Argenta.
Wolves reign! My hand will carve runes out of your bones! See how the wolf succeeds! Cops play! I hunger for battle.
Oh, hang in there, Abelard.
That was
Oh,
a
0
waste
damage.
of a medikit.
Alright, he's fine. Hey, she can book all the way up here. May as well. And look at that movement.
I challenge you, damn get!
I think he can finish this fight this turn. It'll be close. That was a 2%. I'm glad my click didn't go through.
Wolves reign! The fame-hungry come! None can do better!
Should use the axe first. While I'm still in melee range, but that's alright.
So it shall.
While Ofar doesn't seem to be as strong as Heinrichs and Argenta, I think he's more fun to play. Oh, it's also his build, because I went with the combination of ranged and melee versus just specializing in one weapon type. Plus, he's using a bunch of bolters, which just has that satisfying sound to him. Is that new? Maybe that's what we're looking for. Or not. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I'm gonna call it here either way, and next time I guess we'll start pursuing our companion quests. Argentis is close by. And I speculate she's going to get power armor out of it. She has power armor proficiency, but she can't wear the power armor I thought it was meant for her. Because for whatever reason, that power armor requires you not to be an Adeptus Sororitas. Which makes no sense, but it's alright. So, either way, I'm going to call it here for now. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.